According to the lineup program of Ghana Journalists Association in creating a bond with the institution in Ghana with the aim of building enabling environment for Ghana journalists, the managing director for the National Lottery Association, Mr. Samuel Awuku, commended GJA executives for their visit and also said it would deepen collaboration in exposing lottery scammers in the media and will also sensitize the public on the activities of fake lotto operation.
Let me start by talking about how we can deepen the ties between the GJA and that of the NLA. We believe we are in this together. When our business grows, we should have the opportunity and the luxury to support many of the things that you do. We've had our fair share of challenges too as a team and as a body. We have some unscrupulous people hiding behind the social media and that of the electronic media to spew a lot of untruth about the activities of the NLA. Today, you'll be there and people will add you to a WhatsApp platform and they tell you they can give you winning numbers. Mr. President, what will even sadden your heart is, me as Director General, I have some of them telling me they will give me winning numbers. It shows the reckless bravery with which they act. But that notwithstanding, I believe that we can collaborate with you in the elimination of these scammers. The security apparatus, they are doing wonderful in terms of their partnership with us, together with the National Communications Authority and that of the National Media Commission. Let me state that over the last few months, we've had the unfortunate experience of reporting some of your colleagues to the National Media Commission for deliberately airing programs where they sought to appeal to the public that there are some winning numbers that they can give them during phone-in programs.
So I can say false publication.
False publication.
Okay.
And being a friend of the media, instead of going to court, the NLA decided that we will proceed to the National Media Commission. Subsequently, they apologize and then they go back to their old business. So last 2 weeks or so, 2-3 weeks ago, we had to write again to the National Media Commission to report some of the stations and their activities. We believe that the GJ, this regulatory body cannot rest just on the shoulders of the National Media Commission. Especially as an association, I believe that it is unfair when you have a state agency doing so well to help raise or increase revenue, and they become a target of the same media that we seek to support. That cannot be true journalism. That clearly is yellow journalism. So these are some of the things and the concerns that we've had, especially in our activities with the media. Let me also reiterate that we are 100% aligned to your vision and that of the collective executive body in supporting the GJ with their programs. As part of our, let me thank you as well for commending the NLA on some of these great initiatives we have. For instance, the Caritas was launched in 2012, but then it faced some years of decline. So when I assumed office as Director General, we had to relaunch the Caritas platform to strengthen our engagement with corporate Ghana. Anybody who seeks to run a game of chance, raffles or promotion is clearly within the order of the National Lottery Authority. So if you hear somebody saying, oh, as part of our promotions, we are giving our customers this, or we are giving out a vehicle as part of this, our promotion, anything that has to do with an element of chance is within the domain of the NLA. And as per the Act 722, we have the monopoly, the powers and the supervision, the supervisory role to regulate, to conduct and operate lottery in Ghana. Anybody who seeks to do so is operating on behalf of the NLA. Sometimes our activities also conflict or it seems to conflict with the Gaming Commission, which comes under Act 721. When it has to do with an element of skill, you fall under the gaming. But it's been a bit confusing lately. Currently, we are before the Attorney General, and I wouldn't like to preempt their opinion and decision, which they will give next week on the 9th of August. And we believe that per the facts before them, and the case the NLA has made, they will settle the matter once and for all, so that these two state institutions can operate side by side, raise revenue for the state, and to also support. What makes our activities much more deeper is that the NLA per the Activin 22, we are supposed to raise revenue, create moments of happiness and hope for the nation. And then again, after we've paid ourselves or paid our operational costs and prices out of it, the NLA is expected to also contribute into the consolidated fund. And when we are done, the NLA is enjoined by the Act 722 to also, in consultation with our mother ministry or minister, that is from the Ministry of Finance and our board, operate a special lottery with the sole object of raising funds and revenue to support the destitute, the poor, the orphans, the widows, the physically and the mentally afflicted. And in our act, they term it as good causes. We have expanded that good causes to also mean that we should be able to support in the area of health, in the area of education, in the area of youth and sports development, arts and culture. But now that GJ, you've also added your version to it, it's only fair that the NLA should, as a matter of conscience and looking at our long-term friendship and relationship, introduce an element in it which we can use to support journalists. Mr. President, elsewhere, proceeds of lottery was used to build the Great Wall of China. The city of Miami in the United States, greater percentage of it was built from the proceeds of the American lottery. If you go to the United Kingdom, they finance their entire Olympic Games through the Camelot. That's the proceeds from their lottery. And it's done fantastic for many nations. What we have faced here in Ghana is the sector has been largely informal. And so people run away from their civic responsibility of paying the taxes through the games that they play. We are now going frontal on these people and asking that if you want to operate lottery, either come to the NLA so that we license you to operate on our behalf, or we don't let you exist, because the Act 722 gives us those powers. It hasn't been an easy journey coming face to face with the illegals. In Jamaica, they call them the underground operators. If some of our African countries, they've been successful in eliminating the activities of these illegals. I always use our next door neighbor, Ivory Coast, as an example. They reduced the activities of the illegals from 80% that existed in 2012. 80% of the sector was in the hands of the illegals. They reduced it to 20% or less. In fact, way lower. In Ghana, 70% of the market is still in the hands of the illegals. And it hasn't been an easy battle trying to take back what belongs to the state. Whereas Ivory Coast on a daily basis make about $1.6 million now, we make about $80,000 a day. If you go to Nigeria, they are making about $3.2 million a day, and then we are making just about $80,000. So clearly we have a challenge, and when our voice is amplified by the media, and the media also makes a case on the fact that the NLA must be supported in ridding our system of the activities of these illegals. I think that the more we generate revenue, the more we are able to support some of these projects and activities we are talking about. On the issue of the scholarship, I think it's fair. I'll speak to our Good Causes Foundation and our corporate affairs people.
According to him, he said the aim of NLA is to raise revenue and to also create moments of hope and happiness for Ghanaians as a way of contributing to national development in reaching out to poor, orphans, physically and mentally affected people, and many others. The GJ agreed to work with NLA in its quest to generate revenue and contribute national development.
So management team to see how we can collaborate to do a mass public education on lottery games, to see how we can institute or set up media platforms on lotto operations, its management and regulation. Most often, we hear of a lot of games, a lot of operations. In fact, I don't know whether there's a conflict between the Gaming Commission and the NLA. So we don't know which one falls under NLA, which one falls under the Gaming Commission. We will urge that you also consider recruiting journalists into NLA to manage and support your corporate affairs department, the able team, the able corporate affairs department. To manage your public relations, public reactions. In fact, sometimes the reactions out there tells that people do not even understand the work of NLA. All we used to hear, or all we know, is that under our account, our local dialect, as I say, chacha bisa, so chacha, that's the notion. How do we break it down to the understanding of the people to know what NLA is doing in support of the state, or even to create some revenue?